yesterday I was training a group of loan officers, and one of the lessons I taught them was about systems. How systems create success. Systems create success. And what does that mean? Systems create success. So, systems are a way of operating on a day-to-day basis. And what systems do is they allow you to not run around like a chicken with its head cut off. Systems allow you to have more free time, allow you to understand what you're doing, when you're doing, how you're doing it. And you've done it so many times over and over and over and over again. And all you have to do is show up and execute. And I was trying to explain to these loan officers, they're newer ones coming into the business, that systems will create the floor of your business. They will create the floor of your business, which everything else will excel in. They'll create the floor in your business. And I was teaching them that you could use this in every aspect of your life. I've learned from Tony Robbins. There's a system that he used for work and how to get things done, how to have a better life, how to live a better life. And I just took it and I applied it to everything. And what it's done for me is this, is it's allowed me to make more money, to save more money, to be happier, right? Live a more joyous, grateful life, have time for a lot of things that a lot of people wouldn't have time for, and still operate at a high level on a day-to-day basis. And still on top of that, lose weight and try to get to my goal of having a six pack. And systems are what created the success. And the major systems you need in your life, there's three systems that are the major ones. You could break them down later more in depth, but the three major ones, you need a system for work, right? Why is that? Because work will fuel everything else. So you need a system for work. So work, the Bible talks about this all the time. The diligent, wealth flows to the diligent, but those who are hasty, wealth runs away. So wealth flows to the diligent. So being diligent with your time, being diligent with your work, being diligent with what you have, right? Being diligent with what you're given and managing it well. That includes your time, all right? So work is number one. Number two is have a system for family. How do you guys operate on a day-to-day basis? How do you guys move? Um, how do you spend time together? Your cleaning schedules, your work schedules, having a system for that, for cleaning, right? Not going in and having just random things to do at the random time, but instead being systematical in what you do, being very systematical in what you do, how you do it, to be efficient in what you do. And third is money, the biggest stressor of them all, money. And today I'll break down all the different systems. So going into number one, work. So work, you need to, when you start work, you need to have a few things. You need to first create a list, right? Create a list. So what I do is I have a sticky note, create a list, write to do. And then with a sticky note, write the things that you need to get done, not in a systematical order, but I call it the grouping method. So there's a group of tasks that are the exact same that you need to get done, group them in one order. There's another group, you group them in another. Say, for example, you need to get clients, you need to send emails to these particular clients about this particular topic. And everybody has work. It's not random things they do all the time. It's a group of tasks that they're assigned to do. That's why they have a job, right? And even a business, they are assigned a group of tasks to do. You're assigned a group of tasks to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a list. You know your groups of tasks that you need to do. Put the groups of tasks. For example, one could be I need to send out email updates, right? Email updates new client up. Like say you have new clients, you need to onboard new clients, send email updates for the clients that you currently have, and then you need to record 3 videos. Group the list, right? Group the list and then organize it in a manner of, hey, this is the most important. And I put a star next to it. Like, hey, this is, oh no, I put a number next to it. I put a number like 1, 2, 3, and that's the order I do everything in. And what I do is, so first one, create the list. Second thing is do the list. So cross it out every time you do it. So I have sticky notes. This is what keeps me efficient. Sticky notes and keeps me moving along is check off each box every single time that you do it. Check off everything every single time that you do it. And then after all, first thing you do for the list is do the hard thing first. Do the hard thing first. Why is that? There's a saying, there's a saying, if you live an easy life now, you will live a hard life later. If you live a hard life now, you will live an easy life later. Goes for exercise. If you put in the work, exercise, get your health in order, do the hard thing first, you will have an easier life later. But say you neglect your health, you neglect everything because it's easy to neglect. You will have easy life now, but you will have a hard life later. So this applies to the list, the systems. Do the hard thing first because you will have it easier later. Next is money. This is the biggest stressor of them all. The biggest stressor of them all. Work, people are told what to do. Money is you look at everything you've done and now you have to face it. And people don't want to face the truth. So this is the biggest stressor of them all. And this is the biggest thing that you need to master. You need to master your money. You need to master this because if you do not master this, your work will suffer, your family will suffer. Once you have mastered this, you will live a less stressful life. This is what I do. I keep it really, really, really simple. If you are not good with credit cards, then I will give you a second option. But if you can control the credit card usage, what you focus on grows. What you focus on grows. What you focus on grows. So I counsel this. I would rather focus on my income production, income increase, income generation. Why is that? Because what I focus on will grow. If I neglect the income generation side, then it won't grow. So if I focus on the income generation and not focus on the debt, guess which one will grow? The income generation. And so Dave Ramsey will teach get rid of your debt, which is good, really good. Get rid of your debt. I believe in no debt. I believe in no debt. But what you also need to focus on is how do I make more money? How do I master my money? And this is what I'm going to give you. So I'm going to give you how I manage my money. And this is a little cheat code. I like to keep it super simple because God is practical. God is practical. And so I keep it super simple. The more complex I make it, the harder it is for me to do it. So I'm going to keep it simple. I get a sticky note. Main thing I focus on is the income that I've produced and the money that I've saved. So income I've produced and my assets. And I want to see both of them increase month after month, year over year. Assets, I want to hit 200, 300, 400,000 in assets. Continuously grow the assets. So you want to keep track of those. I have two sections. One is income. So boom, this month, whatever the income, let's say 30 grand, 20 grand, right? And from there, this is this first, I'm going to teach you the foundation, the principle behind budgeting and time and uh money movement. So first thing is I have four boxes of where to put the money. Number one is, so they're broken out into 40, 10, 40, 10. So I call it the 40, 10 principle. Is you get paid. There's four places you need to put this money. Place number one is you have, this is a principle, and then obviously later you can go through the numbers. Principle number one is you need to have 40% of your income. So let's redo this. Get paid. First thing I do, I'm a believer. I believe that if I pay my 10th, God will bless the rest, in which he has done so kind-heartedly, and he's given the grace to do that and bless me continuously. My first thing is 10% of my income goes to my tithes, because I know if I give this 10th, he will take care of the future. He'll take care of my family. He'll bless me. He'll protect me as well. He is my father. And so this money doesn't belong to me. I'm just a steward. And so this is the main thing, even with this channel, like I'm just a steward, like my voice, my look, whatever it might be. I'm just a steward. I'm just a vessel for him to use to get a message across to help people. And so first thing I do is tithes, 10% tithes. Next is 40% of the income. That needs to be compressed into living. What does that mean? Living is eating out, buying groceries, rent, my mortgage, right? My mortgage, my wife's, anything my wife has, any gyms, any extra curricular activities needs to compress into 40%. And so, and I'll give you another one where if you have more, but he needs to compress into 40%. Why is that? Because you need to compress it and create guardrails for it. Any more than that, then it's stressful, because then you still have to focus on your future as well. You can't live in the day to day, paycheck to paycheck. Try to compress it into 40%, and it's hard, right? But what did I tell you earlier? It's hard now, but easy later. You can have it easy now, where you let it expand further, but then you have a harder life later. So it's your choice. And then, so that's my income. So there's two buckets. That's more my um my fixed. Now next is 10%. So this is why I call it the 1040 principle. 10% goes to knowledge. 10% of my income goes to knowledge. 10% goes to knowledge. Just like tithes, 10% goes to the protection, the abundance, the God taking care of everything else, and the spiritual taking care of everything else, taking care of my family, right? Because God gives us the ability to produce wealth. And so I'm gracious for that. 10% takes care of my family, protects my family, takes care of the future growth spiritually, opens the doors, but then we still have to do our part because we are a vessel, and God needs to utilize us and our talents, and then he can move. 10% goes to knowledge and skill accumulation. So what I do there is I have 10%, and that goes to knowledge. 20 grand, 10 grand a month, whatever it may be, 30, 40, 50, 10% of it set aside And I know I'm going to use that for investing in my knowledge. Because what is the knowledge going to do? Knowledge, what did I say earlier? Income production, income increase, focus on the income increase. The way to do that is to do more and learn more and be more. So increasing the knowledge and increasing the effort. And so what that does is that protects the future for the increase that I'm looking for. If I look at a man and he's not learning, he's not doing more, he's not being more, he's not curious about life, like a child about life, what I know is this man is stuck. He's done. He's not focused on growth. And in the Bible, it talks about producing, be fruitful and multiply. And that's what we've been called here on this earth to do. And then the other 40 is your investing slash savings. So what this means is you're going to take 40%. Why is such a big amount? Everybody else talks about 10%. Mine is 40% goes into savings and investing. In that 40%, you break out a fourth of that 40%. You put that in, I put it in the S&P, right? I just save that. I'm like, okay, boom, that's that 10% that everybody's talking about. I put in the S&P, just save it there. The other 30%, this is what I do. I save it. I don't save it. I store it. Store it for the future opportunity that is coming. God is gonna give you an opportunity. He will open up an opportunity. And when the moment is right, you're either prepared or it's going to be a grand reveal to shine and to become master of your money. When that moment comes, you're either going to be prepared or you're not. When that moment comes where he gives you the opportunity, hey, child, your opportunity is here. Let's move. It's time to move. Oh, but I haven't been prepared. I haven't been preparing. I didn't do anything to prepare for this opportunity that's going to come your way. And that is where we need to focus and master your money. Because when that opportunity comes and you're not prepared, that is where you lose. It's a crucial, crucial thing to focus on income generation, focusing on mastering your money. And next is family. Having systems for family. What does this look like? Having systems for spending time with, for me, spending time with your family. I need to do a better job at it. This is my weak point. And I need to do a better job at this. Spending more time. I'm just moving and grooving. It's like I got to do this. I'm up at 4, up and running, and I got to start recording, making content, and then I have to jump into action. I got to do the work, the daily work that's needed. And so me, it's spending time with family. And I need to do a better job at this. And when I have a better system, I will present it to you. So right now, what I do is this. I crank out wake up early in the morning, really early in the morning, and do all my work that needs to be done to move the future ahead. And then I try to take a chill pill after like 4 or 5 o'clock and spend time with them. And then with my wife, I like to on the weekends go out, hang out with her family and everything like that. But other than that, stay blessed by the best. I hope this helps you. And this was something that I taught my loan officers that are under my wing and that I've been teaching. I love to teach is this. Systems create success. They will be the floor of your business, but they will also help you scale to the top and become a master of your field. So stay blessed by the best. I'll catch you guys on the next one.